hello once again. I'm American historian Dr. Jack Dempsey. Today is Saturday, April 26, 2025. And with me, as always, is my brother and dear friend Muhammad Ismael, a Palestinian writer and historian from Gaza, specifically from Deir al-Balah, where he's living with his family with 4 children and his wonderful wife and elders, trying to survive the latest situation in Gaza. Muhammad and I have always tried to fill the gaps in discussion about the realities on the ground today in Gaza, and we're here to do that again, or to try to do that again today. We simply look in media, and it is so rare that we find a Palestinian in Gaza, in Balah, to tell us what is happening. This is what Muhammad, this gentleman, is striving to do all the time. If they cannot take the trouble that I go to, and that is nothing, to talk to Muhammad, what is their excuse? How can these panels of experts all over the media know what the fuck is going on in downtown Gaza when they never ask a Palestinian to get in touch with them? We don't have Walt Disney production values. It's me in my office and Muhammad in his bunker office there in Balah. But we're trying for you. And so, henceforth, without any further speech, brother, welcome. We would love to talk today to you about what are the conditions right now in Deir al-Balah of Gaza? How many people are there as refugees? What are the Israelis doing? What is Hamas doing? Do you have enough food, Muhammad? Enough water? You were just telling me your only water is coming now from very old wells in the ground, not even machine processed or cleared or anything like that. It tastes like salt, so that you have to add a little sugar to your young baby's formula. Muhammad, I'm sorry, I ramble on, but tell us what's happening with you today.
Thank you, brother. I am so happy to be talking with you today. Situation here in my surrounding is not good. I can describe it briefly with a one word. Unfortunately, it is a catastrophic situation. I cannot put makeup on the face of this word, on the face of this situation. It is simply and honestly catastrophic situation.
And this is coming from you, Muhammad. You have lived all your life in a catastrophe situation, in a prison, a bombed out, fetid prison situation. And if you say now it is the catastrophe, tell the world, Muhammad, what is happening actually. What do you see people doing? How are they surviving with almost no food, no clean water? Tell us what is happening, Muhammad. Why is it a catastrophe?
It is a life full of catastrophes and crisis. If I decide one day to write my memoirs, I will give these memoirs this title: a catastrophic life. A life of a crisis, this will be the title which I will give to my memoirs.
And that people can see right now in this book. Tomorrow we'll answer Horror and Hope in Palestine by Muhammad, a long, extensively detailed, wide-ranging and deep effort to communicate from Palestine the situation and whether there's any hope for a future. So Muhammad, continue, please. I just wanted people to know how much you have published and written about the situations in Palestine, how well you know the history, how well you know the people now, how much your ears are always open for news of what is happening and what is really happening, as opposed to what we see in the media. Please continue, Muhammad.
You have asked me about the situation in Balah, in Deir al-Balah, my town, my small town, which locate in central Gaza Strip. Our town is in a very, very complicated situation. The The artillery shelling doesn't stop. From time to time, we have airstrikes. The situation is not good. Food is not available. We haven't water. We haven't medicine. Life now is looking like the middle age life. We haven't electricity. We haven't fuel. You have to do everything with your muscles, with the energy of your muscles.
And
You haven't machines.
You walk with your brother, friend, fellow Tawfiq to get water, or you used to until maybe the last couple of weeks, would walk several kilometers to bring home very heavy cases of bottled water. Now that is not even available. And I was struck, Muhammad, by the one word that you used. You said shelling. There is shelling, there is tank fire, there are rockets and drones and everything. Shelling, we have to understand what that means. You're not only trying to walk safely down a street in the middle of a war zone, there are massive explosions going off all around you. And if you happen to be lucky enough to hear it coming, you can dive into a hole full of broken concrete. And then maybe you get up again and the shrapnel is still falling. To be under shelling while you're trying to fetch food and water for your family. I don't know when it's been worse, brother. Tell us more. You have no fruit, no fresh vegetables, maybe some greens that you have picked from the landscape, that what's left of it. Tell us more what is happening with people around you right now, the people around you.
Yeah, people are suffering. The situation is so terrible. As I told you, you are not safe. You have not to abandon your house. You have not also to look even through your window. In any moment, you might be a target for the drones, for the tanks, for the snipers. So the situation is not good at all. Let me tell you frankly, after every time I go to fill water, and when I get back to my house, I feel that this is a rebirth for me. This is like a rebirth for me because I survived from a certain death. Believe me,
Yes.
I have this feeling. I feel myself like that I had this sort of rebirth. Yeah, because I
And
survived
you only have a
the murder.
you only have a rebirth when after you have looked death in the face. You are looking death in the face every time you step outside the door. And so it's in a way not surprising that you would feel like a new life has begun when you make it home again safely. The world
Yes,
cannot even think about this. This is too much.
yes,
So, Muhammad, what
yes.
else would you like to tell us about the people around you? Do you see people in the streets, children, animals? What is it like there now?
Yes, we haven't fuel, we haven't gas, cooking gas. People are making a primitive fire like the Neanderthal fire.
Yes, the
They
Neanderthals.
are, yeah, yeah. Also they haven't wood to make this fire. I know some friends have broken their tables, their wooden chairs, the wooden frames of their windows, of their doors, their wooden furniture, in order to feed this fire. You have to feed this fire because without feeding this fire with your furniture, with your clothes, with your books, with your wooden materials, you will not have fire. If you haven't fire, you will not have food. You have to cook your meals.
And
Uh,
I'd like people to see, Muhammad, on our
yeah,
on our blog at WordPress. It's called Jack Dempsey Writer at WordPress.com. Jack Dempsey Writer at WordPress.com. And there'll be links here in our more info. But there's a little video of you, Muhammad, burning pages of your own books, of the many books that you have published, using pages of your own books to make a fire to heat some food. This is how it is. If anyone can imagine how that feels, all you have worked and lived and sacrificed for to make these books, and then you are burning them as a necessity to get some hot food for your family. That's where we're at.
Yes.
Well, Muhammad, we said it last time in our program, our last of two programs on Palestinian resistance literature. We were talking about the great poetry of Mahmoud Darwish, the unofficial poet of Palestine. And I just wanted to say from his lines in a poem called Identity Card, where he talks about, well, you look at my identity card at security and you think you know who I am. Well, let me tell you better who I am than this identity card could ever say. But he says, to describe himself and people he knows, you are patient, Muhammad, in a country where everything lives in a whirlpool of anger. You are a patient man in a country where everything lives in a whirlpool of anger. As always, I see your smile. I know that your heart is fierce and peaceful, but we are so worried about you, Muhammad, because it just looks like nothing good is going to happen. No one is going to take any kind of direct enough action to help you. So where does that leave you? Like, you are waiting every day to see what the great end of all this is. What goes through your mind, Muhammad? I mean, something terrible must be coming.
Yes, brother. Yes. I am trapped in the middle between two things, between two psychological problems. My past, my nostalgia. I am very, very busy these days with my nostalgia. I use too much to remember my past, my memories, especially with my loved ones, which I lost during this war. So I am trapped between the nostalgia, my past, and my future. Always I am trying to think about my future. How can I see something good beyond those heavy clouds? My horizon is closed, is blocked with a complicated and dark and heavy clouds. I cannot see the sunshine. Always I am trying to see something beyond those heavy clouds, you know. So both operations are so exhausting for me. My nostalgia, my past, and my future. Always I am trying to make some birth for the hope out of these heavy clouds, trying to find some hope, some light, you know. So I am trapped in the middle now between my nostalgia and my black future.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you right at this appropriate, I think, moment that Muhammad and I and a wonderful man from Ireland have created a GoFundMe. If you really want to help, the only way you can help is to share a mere $10 at our GoFundMe. The link will be in the description here. We have reached a goal of $25,000 to help Muhammad, his children, and his family to emigrate from Gaza toward a new life. If Muhammad is looking for any and is going to find any hope, it has to be, it seems to me, there. And it has to be, it seems to me, you. A mere $10, the price of a day or two of coffee, could help give them the hope that they must have to live and survive as human beings. We have reached about $10,500 toward 25,000. A mere $10, my friends, with a credit card in an entirely secure location, GoFundMe. It's called Support Muhammad Ismael and His Children. Support Muhammad Ismael and His Children. There's a link, as I said, in the description here below. Please help Muhammad find some hope under the gray clouds, the nothingness of his horizon, because there is nothing else. There's only you and me to keep these people alive until a better day, somehow, if it comes, arrives. Muhammad, maybe we should keep this short. It seems like your signal has frozen even now. So we'll wait a moment to see if Muhammad can unlock that. Do you hear me, brother?
Yes, yes, brother, yes.
Okay. During you were frozen, and I tried to say a word for our GoFundMe. Is there anything else you want the world to know? What are there many people in the streets, Muhammad? Are there people outside, or are they all like you hiding in places against the war that is going on?
Yes, 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 brother. We have a lot of homeless people. They have lost their houses. Even they haven't the ability to find a tent. Even here in Gaza, let me tell you frankly, it's not easy to have a tent. Tent is expensive. You have to pay some hundreds of dollars to buy the tent, you know, and you need a furniture inside this tent. You cannot sleep on the soil, on the ground. You have to buy some furniture in order to use it inside this tent. So making tent in Gaza is not easy. Maybe some people around the world are thinking that it's very easy to pick a tent and to make a tent. No, no, it is a complicated issue.
And this, as people see, you need to buy wood, you need to buy sheet plastic, you need to buy nails, you need to have cushions at least to rest upon inside the tent. And once you make it, it is nothing pleasant to be in. It is hot when the weather is hot. It bakes you like a lobster in your own perspiration. And when it's cold, it's very cold. It traps whatever temperature and magnifies it.
Yeah, yes, yes, brother. Yeah, yeah. You are so accurate. Yeah. Contents
and it leaks when it rains. It leaks.
Yeah, yeah. Contents of the tent are very, very expensive. If you want to buy the plastic, the wooden pillars, the nails, etc., all of them are expensive. So expensive. Yeah, and unfortunately, this poor shelter doesn't protect you from heat, from cold weather, from raining, from storm, from winds.
Muhammad, let me ask you something. I saw a news report about, we had read here that the Israeli army is releasing wild pigs, wild boars into Gaza to terrorize the people and to do them harm in the fight for food and so forth. Wild pigs. Have you seen or heard anything about that, Muhammad?
Frankly, no. Right now, no. Maybe this sort of action has taken place in other areas of Gaza Strip, but in my surrounding, in central Gaza and Balah, right now I didn't see or listened anything like that.
And Muhammad, maybe as a final topic for today, what is Hamas doing? Israel says, no, we are going to attack. We are going to give no food, no supplies. We are going to attack until Hamas is destroyed. The same old story, the same old mental delusion. What is Hamas doing right now? For the people or for themselves? What is Hamas doing, Muhammad?
Hamas, simply, in simple words, Hamas is selfish and careless. I can describe them with these two expressions. They are selfish and careless. They are selfish, only looking to their own goals, own interests. Careless, they doesn't care with the people who are being massacred and murdered each day. They doesn't care. And historically, this is the ideology of Hamas. They doesn't care with the innocent people who are being killed. They believe that those people are martyrs. We are doing you, we are making you favor when we send you to the heaven, to the paradise, you know. So
Yes,
they
and if
believe.
people want to really see your detailed understanding of Hamas and the foolish ideas and poor thinking that has gone with every one of their decisions ever to not help the Palestinian people, look up this book on YouTube. You will see extensive presentation of it. You can read it for yourself. It's the most powerful work I've seen on Israel and Palestine in quite a while, Muhammad. So the mistakes
Yeah,
just go on and on. They will not learn. They will not learn.
yeah. We have so many videos containing discussions about this book, either on your channel or on the channel of Brother Dennis. You you made so wonderful discussion with Dennis about the book.
That's the channel run by Dennis Cerati, Cerrotti, Dennis Cerati, and his channel is called the Mazzini Society Report, Mazzini, the Mazzini Society Report, and it has a whole interview discussion about Muhammad and his situation. He is a very active and very generous, very spiritual man. So I think people would enjoy that program to learn more about you and your family, Muhammad. There are many, many photo album pages of Muhammad's family's life in their struggling home in Deir al-Balah for years now. Their children are so beautiful, it will uplift your heart to see them and the way that they try to live and take care of each other in the worst possible situations. Muhammad, is there anything else you'd like to add today before we close?
Yes, brother. Yeah. I think we have a lot of issues to talk about. Maybe today we are restricted by the bad signal of the internet.
As
I
usual,
hope,
yeah.
yeah. I hope in the coming weeks we will have a better ability and opportunity to continue our talk about the resistance literature.
Okay, we will do that. And you know how we'll do that? That would be, we've done program 1, program 2 about resistance literature in Palestine. And our third one will be about that man right there. Our third one will be about Muhammad and his books. They will curl your hair back. Muhammad, in fact, as a closing, would you like to tell a story from your latest book, Fedai and the Sea? It's a collection of historical memoirs by people who fled by sea from the original Nakba and catastrophe of 1948. He has told me several of the stories. Every one of them will pull your heart out and amaze you. Is there
Yeah,
perhaps a brief selection you'd like to share, Muhammad, from that book as we go?
yeah. I have a very strong story from the middle chapters of this book. Yeah, we have some men, like between 6 to 7 men. They used to take a boat, a primitive boat, not motorized one. Yeah, they took this boat and they used to flee through Jaffa or Joppa, the Palestinian famous coastal city. in
Yes.
central Palestine, Jaffa
Yes.
or Jaffa, we call it. Yeah, they used to departure the Palestinian coast near Jaffa. At the sea, Israeli patrol boat used to intercept them.
A patrol boat
And,
came to intercept them. Yep.
Yeah, and directly they used to destroy this boat. The 7 men used to sink in the sea. They were lost. People, of course, didn't find their bodies. People were believing that those 7 men were eaten by the sharks, by the fishes. So the flesh of these men has ended in the stomachs of the fishes inside the Mediterranean. I remember a story that mother of one of these 7 men has decided all of her life until she did not to eat fishes, as a sign of sorrow, because she believed that those fishes have eaten the flesh of her slain
Yes.
son. And she did not to eat fishes all of her life. And really, she did that. She did at the age of 81, and she didn't taste the flavor of fishes all of her life,
And
as
in all those
a sort of
years,
sorrow at her son.
and in all those years, Muhammad, fish was a very big part of Palestinian diet and menu. They fished a lot from the sea and they lived a lot on fish. So it was a big thing for her to do that.
Yes. It was a big sacrifice.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Muhammad, for sharing that today as our closing moment. And I can't tell you how much we all think about you, how we wish we could do more. But ladies and gentlemen, you have a chance to directly help these people to buy the supplies they need to stay alive at our GoFundMe. I'm sorry if that seems like an advertisement, but it's to help these people stay alive. So, Muhammad, brother, thank you so much. We send our love to your whole family and your new beautiful little baby, Mary, who people can see at jackdempseywriter.wordpress.com. We hope you'll go there and let us hear from you. Questions, comments, Muhammad always welcomes them. Peace to you, brother, and we will talk again with you soon.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.